They say the world is a very large place, but it is getting small. Time never stood still. People never lived on. In the thousands of years of our modern-day civilization, nations were born. Some were destroyed, others lost, and there were those that were simply forgotten. On the large blue waterbed of the Indian Ocean today lies a nation called Sri Lanka, home to 20 million people. Time never stood still here, but people have lived on. This is Batticaloa, part of sunny Sri Lanka. Unique, picturesque, a true testament to the name Island Paradise, yet a region that craves for your attention. Scars of a 2-decade-long war, extreme poverty, lack of provision, malnutrition, ethnic tension, the frightening aftermath of a deadly tsunami are just a few issues that have gripped this region. But the most shocking of them has come in the form of disability. This is the Anbaham School for the Disabled. All students here possess either a physical or mental disability. There are a lot of children with disabilities identified in the area. Among their diverse needs, education is one of the basic requirements. These children are unable to go to normal schools due to poor accessibility, lack of facilities, and reluctance by school authorities to grant them admission, as teachers and tutors don't have the knowledge or training to work with children with disability. Identifying this problem, a local NGO started the Anbaham School in 2002. This is an average day at the school. Students start coming in. Those traveling long distances are provided with transportation, so small three-wheelers are hired. This is the school head teacher, Sudarshini. She has a year's training in rehabilitation and development of children with disabilities. 3 more teachers help Sudarshini in school activities, along with 2 volunteers who come in for further assistance. The day starts by children sweeping the garden and watering the plants. The students then start their morning physical training period. All students take part in this session, which is a therapeutic activity for students with physical disabilities. However, the lack of proper resources causes greater difficulties. Next starts a session on personal grooming of students, where teachers inspect the children for their cleanliness. They check their teeth, nails, eyes, and ears. Students learn writing, drawing, painting, and many other skills during their learning period. They also learn sign language, communication, the importance of independent living, and how to support other disabled friends. School finishes at 1 p.m. Students at Anbaham, like other such special schools, face a lot of difficulties. The transportation system, classrooms, chairs and desks, and latrine facilities are not disability friendly. Yet whatever they have to deal with, the children love going to school. But their biggest worry is the fact that the system is costly. Monisha's mother and father came to Batticaloa from Putlam. Their child is now 4 years old, but has cerebral palsy, During her infant stages, she did not lift her head or turn like other babies. Doctors said her nerves were weak and nothing could be done. But with some medical advice giving hope, Monisha's parents had saved all their belongings for their child's treatment. But with the tsunami waves hammering Sri Lankan coasts, they lost everything, including their child's medical reports. There is no hope of a job for her husband, but Monisha's mum can sew. She is confident that if she gets a sewing machine, she will be able to earn for her family again. This lady has 5 grandchildren. The first 3 can't hear. Yahya is the oldest boy who lives with her. Their house was located very close to the sea, and as was the case for hundreds of thousands living along the coastal belt, the tsunami waves came and destroyed their house too. Now the whole family lives in a temporary hut near where their house once stood. This is Valen Kugan. This young lad had an accident during a sports meet at his school. That was the day Valen Kugan walked last. He now goes to the Unbaham Special School for the Disabled. With his father having left them, Kugan's aunt and uncle support the family. Kugan's mother was rendered destitute in a tornado in 1997 when their house broke down and claimed one of her legs. Another accident recently crippled her. 2004's tsunami destroyed their house and stole their livelihood. Kugan's mother now fears for their future. This is Fariz's father, a fisherman. But he doesn't work anymore because he can't find work after the fishing industry was severely hit after the tsunami disaster of December 26, 2004. Fariz is a slow learner. Others of his age work normally and support their families. But the picture is somewhat different for Fariz because of his condition. Fariz also has a sister, having lost their house in the tsunami tragedy. The income is not enough for the family, but the biggest worry, however, is Fariz. What they want is to train Fariz so he can do something on his own. Sujainthani is 22 now. Her mother says since her birth, she had been unable to walk. They even carried her like a baby for the past 10 years. Sujainthani's parents, who are paddy workers, had sought divine intervention of the gods to cure her. A miracle did take place. Now Sujainthani can walk, easing the burden on the family to a certain extent. But the tsunami had taken Sujainthani's house and destroyed all cultivable land, thus depriving them of their livelihood. What her family prays for today is for the means to self-employment. Suvidan has been blind since his birth, having studied up to GCE ordinary level and passed 6 subjects. Suvidan is really interested in music. He is the leader of the Navalada Shabdam music group, says he proudly. Suvidan has 4 sisters and 2 brothers. His father is a daily paid laborer. He wants people to support his music group and likes to train further and engage in income-generating activity. Parameshwari lost her husband 13 years ago. She has a 23-year-old daughter. This lady sells vegetables for a living. She had got her tricycle a long time ago, so it is now very difficult to use. Parameshwari started her business small, but she went on to build a house. However, the deadly tsunami of December 2004 destroyed her house, forcing her to seek refuge here. Parameshwari's biggest problem is to ensure a better future for her daughter. Nazir Marlia has been married for 20 months now and is expecting her first baby. With her vision impaired in one eye, she is partially blind during daytime and can't see anything at night. Nazir Marlia's husband supports her with all the household chores. He says they too lost many of their belongings due to the tsunami devastation. They now live with a lot of difficulties. He can't go out for work because his wife needs support around the house. Nazir Marlia's husband says if he can start self-employment, it would be ideal. Nazir Marlia's husband feels he will then be able to get his wife's support and also look after her. Sellatambi Konesaraja was a mason. He broke his leg on the day the waves swept deep into the land in all its force in the name of the tsunami. They were taken to a nearby school, he said, and then to hospital. Konesaraja has 4 children. Today, with his injury, there is nobody to provide for his family. His sons go out looking for labor work, but cannot find any. However, Konesaraja has a land and wants to cultivate, but he does not have a water pump. With his sons ready to help, Konesaraja wants assistance to start cultivating. This is Faiza's mother. Like many others, she lost her house and property in the tsunami, so they had to come and live here. Faiza is married. She has 2 children. But Faiza can't hear or speak. Her husband works as a daily paid laborer, but his income is not enough to support the family. But Faiza is learning to sew. What she dreams of is to have her own sewing machine so she can improve her skills and support the family too. Siddhi's mother is a very worried woman because her daughter is mentally retarded. She can't speak very well. She can do her own work and support some of the household work, but needs constant monitoring. Siddhi's brother is Fauzalaman. He's 28 and is also a slow learner. Fauzal and Siddhi have a brother, Mubarak. He's 45, the eldest of the lot. He is also mentally retarded and can't speak very well. He works as a daily paid laborer, yet he has a lot of problems due to his difficulty in communicating, and most of the time comes home annoyed. Siddhi's mother says they used to rear goats and poultry, but lost them due to the tsunami. Now they need the means to get back to normal life. Every story looks bleaker than the other. Disability causes, exacerbates, and is also a result of poverty. In the developing world, persons with disability remain among the poorest of the poor. Out of the 13 districts affected by the tsunami disaster in Sri Lanka, Batticaloa is one of the worst affected. Those we call the disabled are otherwise able. What they want is not a world of riches, splendor or luxury, but natural support. One simple thought can go a long way. What will our world be without the love, compassion, and care that gave birth to it? What will the future be for those who've lost the gift to see, hear, speak, the means to dream, work, or just walk?